Yeah, let's get into the dailies today, and we're just going to go through real quick. In the front page of the Daily Graphic, we have Ensure Violence-Free Election, Reverend Dr. Opuni Frimpong to political leaders. Government to open up dollar power for commercial mining. Move to end disputes and protect boundary lines. Now, interestingly, dollar power is actually a company, you know, and so it's almost like an innuendo of sorts. Government to open up dollar power. You know, the power of the dollar is going up to enhance commercial mining. Anyway, criminal justice reforms before cabinet. The Attorney General is there speaking.
All right, so on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, we have danger looms. E-waste dump site under siege. Parliament Environment Committee raises alarm over encroachment, calls for eviction of residential facilities. Support Africa to deal with poverty deprivation. And that's by the President, Nana Akufo-Addo. And Major General Opong Pepera assumes office as CDS as GAF pulls out Vice Admiral Amwama, and ECG cautions customer against fraudsters using unapproved Momo numbers.
All right, the Chronicle. Juniper woos investors to mine dollar power gold. Okay, we have Ayoko Botry to deliver lecture on new Commonwealth. Petroleum auditor blames SML GRA contract brouhaha on disinformation. Okay, we have no government can ban Okada business. I stand by my promise to legalize it. That's Mahama speaking. Well, he's chasing a moving train already. The things that the people determined that the Okada will survive.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So,
It's not about you.
It's, you know, the law is designed to suit
The people.
the people.
Yeah.
It's not the other way around. So really, we determine what laws we want to live by. And so again, it's one of those kinds of things, right, where you see that the people are naturally moving in a certain direction. And it's not causing people any harm. Create a legal framework around it and then let it function properly. And but you know, in politics, everybody will jump on anything and claim it for themselves. So hey, it's free for all. The scripture for today is Proverbs 21:5. The plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty.
Right.
Yeah.
And on the front page of the New Finder, we have local processors to buy cocoa directly from Cocoa Marketing Company, and that's by CocoaBoard. Ayoko Botry to deliver 5th anniversary lectures for Council on Foreign Relationships. Supreme Court petitions over Kaleo chieftaincy dispute. ECOWAS World Bank invest $150 million into agric under FSRP to address challenges hindering food production in Ghana.
And we have on the Republic Press, Mahama rejects EC's reforms, predicts chaos if implemented. You know, it's interesting that at this time he's rejecting these reforms, but a few years ago, when he was and his government were in office, these same reforms, they were proposing them. I think minus the indelible ink part, but the whole thing, you know, all the changes, voting in November and all those things, they proposed it, you know, so it's interesting. I mean, when the thing turns and it's like, okay, we don't know anything about what you're talking about, but hey. Afenya Market cut sword 400-bed capacity district hospital, hands over other projects of Vancor and Sawam Road to be completed in 2025. This is coming from the Roads Ministry. Okada Riders Association fumes over government's implementation of emission tax. I think that the emission tax issue, right? I understand the logic of saying that if you have a certain kind of vehicle, right, that will emit a certain amount of, you know, gas, an obnoxious gas,
Right.
You should pay for it. But here's the situation where we have vehicles that should not be plying our roads.
True.
Right.
True.
And they emit terrible soot from their exhaust.
Sure.
Right? And they will not get arrested by the police.
True.
I've seen them where the police are busy catching somebody else over some other issue, and this one is the obvious one in your face.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Black smoke.
And they are driving and they are going. So it begins to ask, emissions tax, really? Deal with the easy problems first. Anyway, SML deal not bad. Expert blames misinformation for ongoing controversy, and we're ready to contain infectious diseases through development of livestock sector. A Greek minister speaking.
All right, so on the front page of the Daily Guide, we have cocaine dealers jailed 60 years. Your strike is needless, NLC tells education unions. Drama at Antwa Shrine, want to meet vs Kokoso chief. And maintain electoral ink, and that's by the majority leader. And lastly, we have here SML enveloped in this information.
Well, if it is coming from the other side, then hey, you know what? Easy. Back down, maintain electoral ink. It's as simple as that, really.
Yeah.
No, if the minority side is saying we're against it, and majority says, listen, just keep the ink. Don't get rid of it. Then you know your work it's even easier for you.
It's easier.
That's why it's called what? An inter-party advisory committee. Do you get it? So if IPAC are saying don't do it, there's a reason why IPAC exists. Don't do it. Simple. Anyway, let me do my final paper here. I have the Inquisitor. GRA boss on suspicious trip to India. Wow. Wow. GRA boss on suspicious trip to India as his legitimacy in office is questioned. Okay, I wonder what the Indians have. Anyway, Ashanti region wants DMB Napo ticket. Vincent Asafua is speaking. Godfred Oparik Jan writes, Ghana's embarrassing position on CPI and why OSP should be allowed to work. Sami Jemfi bombs Nana Baumia on corruption fight. And finally, you will fall trying to contest me in 2024. Afenyo Makin is sending a warning to his opponents. Yeah.
Wow. All right. On the front page of the Informer, Mahama accuses Akufo-Addo of discrimination against NDC strongholds. In this issue, NPA adopts open tender at last to reduce importation, bureaucracies, and cost of LPG. And towards improved service delivery, building capacity of Parliament. Staff my focus, and that is by Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Badwin. And as Ghana performs poorly in corruption fight, OSP serves useful purpose. And that's by the Special Prosecutor, Kisi Ajabing. And lastly, huge deposits of gold uncovered at Bole. Lands Minister reveals calls for partnerships to harness resource.
All right, so you can go over to citynewsroom.com for all your credible news updates. And speaking about citynewsroom.com, we have a story there that we're going to ask you to comment on when we come back after